Hey guys, I am piggybacking off my last video. It was a year in review of books and I had some time to sit down and film and I just wanted to get it all out there before we get too far in the week and I get caught up in my other videos that I'm super excited for. This is going to be my December wrap up. I read a total of 3 books and 3 comic books that I am pretty excited about, so I'm going to share with you guys today. So the first book that I want to share with you guys is The Twilight Wife by A.J. Banner. I do have a full review of this. It just came out on December 27th, so I will leave a link to where you can order it and where you can watch the full review below. But just to give you guys a quick little mini review here, this is about a girl who gets in a diving accident, loses her memory from the past 4 years, and her husband is by her side telling her he's gonna help her fill in all these details and gaps and all of that stuff. What you don't know is there's all these little twists and turns, and she's a little bit of an unreliable narrator because you don't know what is true because some of her memories are coming back as like flashbacks, but some are dreams, so you don't know what's really real or what's true, and so you're trying to uncover it along with her. It was a very interesting read, very short, very quick, and it does kind of grip you and pull you in, so it was a really nice surprise of a read. I did get the art copy from AJ herself. I am so thankful for that, so thank you so much, AJ, and for the really sweet Christmas card. That was amazing of you to send and so thoughtful. I did give this 4 stars, and like I said, I had the full review, so if you want a little bit more of my thoughts and opinions, click below. Next up is a book that I just finished reading and I had some mixed feelings on it. So I haven't done a full review on it yet, but I'm gonna get one up for you guys. So be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for that because when it is live, you will have notifications. And it is called Pretty Little World, and this is by Elizabeth Laban and Melissa DePino, I believe. This one I was really excited for. It sounds interesting. It's these 3 husband and wives, like families. They all have kids. They all live in this Philadelphia little neighborhood on this really great street named like Emerson. And they're all like the best of friends. They decide to tear down the walls on the inside of their home and make the bottom level like all connected. Sounds really interesting. You could tell right away there was definitely going to be some drama and some stuff happening. What I didn't really love about this is I don't feel like any of the characters were really that developed. I didn't really care about any of them. I felt like there were some like plot holes or like missing pieces. I just needed more in depth. And for things to kind of all connect, I feel like it was just disconnected in parts of the story. So it made it a little bit hard to follow here and there. What I did really enjoy was all the drama. Obviously, stuff happened and I had to know how it ended, so it kept me like going and interested because I had to find out how it all came together. But overall, I wasn't super blown away or impressed. There, like I said, those gaps were just really holding me back from falling in love with it. I wanted to give it 2 stars just because I had a really hard time with the characters and the story, but again, the drama kept me so pulled in that I ended up giving it a 3 stars. I'm still kind of debating on this. Like I said, I'm trying to collect all my thoughts and form all these into a cohesive like video, so as soon as that comes out. Otherwise, I just want to say thank you to Little Bird for sending this my way. This comes out on January 17th, and I know I didn't give it like a super raving review, but if anyone out there decides to read it, I would love to know your thoughts because it was just interesting to see the dynamics of this family and how things played out. So I would, like I said, just love to chat with somebody about it. The last book I read during December, actually the first one I finished as well, was Caliphus Rising by Elaine Adams. This was sent to me by Booksparks, and the first book, The Red Sun, was sent to me by Elaine Adams herself. I have full reviews of both of these, but this is the second book in the Legends of Orkney series. I just found out that the 3rd book is going to be released September 2017, so I'm really looking forward to it. This is a fantastic middle grade read for anybody that likes Harry Potter, The Chronicles of Narnia. I haven't read Percy Jackson, but I've heard that thrown in there as well. It's a very, very adventurous, like fantasy middle grade read, and I really enjoyed it. We follow Sam and his friends into the 9th realm where they basically have to fight for Orkney. The first book, The Red Sun, they're battling against like the cursed Red Sun. They battle the witches and they're trying to save everything. And he's trying to, you know, figure out his heritage because he got thrown in. He thought he was human. Turns out he is half human, half witch, so it's very interesting to see the plays there. The second book we continue on as Sam got kidnapped by the witches, and the witches are trying to overtake the entire like ninth realm and try to combine or merge, or however you want to say that, the magical world of the ninth realm with Earth. So it's very interesting, and his friends are out there to save and help, and it was really neat to see these characters and a lot of the value of friendship on there as well. I again seem to be like babbling, and I just really enjoyed this. And I think if you guys are somewhat interested in whatever I was just babbling about, you should check out the full review where I have some more collected thoughts on it. But it was really great. I believe I gave this a 4 stars, possibly 5. I should double check that for you. Okay, so yes, it was a 5-star read. I believe I gave the first one 4 stars, but this one definitely was an improvement. I felt like the characters really came together. It was so adventurous and just really well planned out, and I'm excited to see where the third one takes us. The next 3 reads were all graphic novels or comic book trades. The first one was Chew. This is volume 2 called International Flavor. I have full reviews of each one of these, I believe all in the same video, so I will leave that linked below too, just to give you a quick like synopsis or whatever, kind of peek into what Chew is about. It is about this guy. His name is Tony Chew. He is a psychopath, which means that he can eat something and gets these psychic impressions about it. It's very interesting. It sounds kind of gross. You know, he's tasting like human remains in order to get like psychic vibes off of what happened to them, solve these cold cases or current cases or whatever it is. This one takes him overseas, and he is still trying to figure out, you know, what's going on with this whole chicken prohibition and figure out how his brother's again entwined in all of this mess, and pieces are starting to connect to the previous volume, which was really interesting, and I'm curious to see what happens in the third because we get this character in here that you're just trying to figure out what the heck. I have a feeling he is also a psychopath and is connected with Tony Chew somehow. So seeing this all kind of come together is going to be very interesting. This is one that could be very disgusting, but they do it really nicely. Tonality-wise, story-wise, and graphic-wise. So I definitely think if you guys are interested in, you know, some detective kind of work, or I don't even know, it's really great. I feel like you guys should pick this up. The next one is Alex and Ada. This is volume 3. It was the end of the series. I was so sad to see it end, but it is so fantastic. It's such a sweet story. And parts of this I felt like were a little bit unrealistic, but it didn't really bother me so much just because I felt like the rest of the story was so well done. The art is just super, super beautiful. And again, the story is really interesting and intriguing, how he falls in love with this android, and this like artificial intelligent like android, and they just end up, you know, kind of falling in love, running away, and just the story of them and their relationship and humans versus androids. It's very relatable, and I felt really connected to these characters, and I found myself cheering them on and wanting them to, you know, be together. And so I think this wasn't overly like powerful. It's definitely more like character driven story. It was kind of slow in places, but you kind of see it or could foresee it kind of playing out how it would end, and there's a little twist. That's the part I wasn't super happy with, but again, I gave this 5 stars. The whole series is really fantastic, and I highly recommend it. Then the last one is Saga Volume 1. Again, I cannot believe I waited so long to get into this. Everybody was recommending it, and I was just like, yeah, okay, I don't know if it's right up my alley. And as soon as I read it, yes, there are pieces that I'm like, that's just weird or didn't really work for me or whatever, but the collection as a whole was so fantastic that I instantly had to order Volume 2, and while it has arrived, I'm kind of holding off because I want to get 3, 4, 5, whatever is out, and just like binge read them because they are so fantastic and I've enjoyed it so much. It's about these like star-crossed lovers who have this child. Their worlds are battling, and they kind of escape the war, and they're trying to raise this kid and just be together, and they're being hunted, they're being chased, and they're surviving. And so it's very interesting to see how this all comes together, how it's going to play out. Again, it is very beautiful. The colors are great. I like how they use certain colors and tonality to really portray like certain emotions or what's kind of happening. So I definitely enjoyed this. Again, it is totally worth the hype. I gave it 5 stars, and I can't wait to continue with it. So if you haven't picked it up, what are you waiting for? All right, friends, so that is everything that I have for you. That's everything I read in December. It wasn't the best reading month, but I had so much downtime with family, and we got out and did like snowmobiling, we went snowshoeing, we went to the movies, we just hung out, we played pool. Like, it was just so nice and very much needed. And I just, yeah, it was a good month of like relaxing. And now I'm looking forward to getting into the swing of like work and reading and just getting all that back together with the new year and starting out on some new goals and resolutions and all that. So let me know what one of your resolutions is down below, or how many books you plan on reading, or whatever it is. I would love to know. I am like a sucker for goals and tasks and just resolutions and all of that, and that actually could be another video. So if you guys are interested in something like that, comment below, let me know, or give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. I hope you have a good one. Bye.